The workers have nothing to lose but their chains. They have a world to win. Almost 200 years since these immortal words were written, the experience of the international working class has proved one thing: that the workers have nothing to lose from change and everything to lose from status quo. Workers, brothers in work, who differ not in their suffering, have been taught to hate each other, to hate themselves. Since the 200 years since Karl Marx wrote those immortal words, one thing has become increasingly evident: that the ruling class are adamant about spreading this propaganda, about spreading an ideology of hate. So what do we do? How do we move forward? How do we move past this ideology of hate? We must first identify who exactly it is that is spreading such an ideology of hate. Now, let's investigate a bit. Consider for a moment, who exactly do you think is spreading this ideology of hate? Is it perhaps the workers themselves, who don't have time even to think for themselves because they're forced to struggle and labor for the entire day? Or is it those who have everything to gain from the infighting amongst the workers? Who is it that is creating and propagating this ideology of hate? Who is it that benefits from it? The answer is clear as noonday. The answer is the bourgeois class, the capitalist class, the owning class. It is they who benefit from the ideology of hate, from this infighting amongst the workers. It is they who benefit the most from workers tearing at each other, being divided on the basis of color, gender, sexual orientation, and country. It is they who benefit most. It is they who seek to destroy working class unity. So what do we do now? This is a question that bears down on all of us. It bears down on the youth. It bears down on the workers. It bears down on the students. It bears down on the intellectuals. What are we to do? The solution, my friends, is simple. Brothers and sisters, for a moment, consider, look around. Who do you see around you? Do you see friends or do you see enemies? Would you antagonize others? Would you antagonize yourselves on the basis of such minute differences as gender, color, race, sexual orientation? Is this the rights of man? Is this the end of history? No, it is not. Society in the past has progressed, and in the future will continue to progress. We are not at the end of history. History is just beginning. We are now at a crossroads in history. We are now at a moment where we, all of us, get to choose. Do we move backwards into the past? Do we go back into the savagery of man killing man, man exploiting man? Or do we move forward into a new society of the mutual association of producers? What is it exactly that we wish to do? What is it exactly that we intend to do? So brothers and sisters, I ask you one more time, look around you, and you will notice one thing, that those people in this room have more in common than those outside it. That those people in this room are bound in chains just as everyone else. And the only solution is to shatter our chains. The only solution is to recognize that we are one. We are one class bound in one struggle. Long live World Proletarian Revolution. Thank you.